And today, first up, we'll be recapping Titan Tournament 2.0, our first ever of this new tournament series. We had a $10,000 prize pool, a stacked three-player playoff to close it out, and we'll break down the results, celebrate our block champions, and shout out to the overall winner who took home the crown. From here, we've got our Holders Frenzy coming this weekend, and we'll go over everything you need to know, from the format and schedule to the actual prize pool breakdown itself. Sorry, everyone, I'm just pulling up our Titan chat here. And then after our Holders Frenzy, I'll hand it over to Ads, who will dive into our patch notes, the one thing we know you all have been waiting for. We got new balance, new features, new scrolls, and we will walk you through these changes. And of course, we await all of your feedback. And after that, we'll do a quick update on the motion comic and the upcoming series finale, which is releasing tomorrow. And then we'll finish with an update on our India Influencer Showdown. And just a quick reminder how we have made the decision to shift that date from May 24th, this weekend, to actually June 7th. We have RT with us. We're all back together here in New York City. RT, anything to say before we dive right in?
Hello, everyone. Glad to be back here. Glad to have you guys in the Titan, how they call the studios. So let's hear what Ed has to say. I mean, I'm very intrigued with all the changes, and of course, I mean, you guys haven't had the opportunity to play yet because of the bugs and the scrolls that disappeared. Let's see that now they're back. Let's wait some time for the game playing. Very interesting blind tournament tomorrow, right? With nobody knowing how things work. It will be very interesting to see. Hope it works well. And maybe, Ads, you could also talk a little bit about if we fixed the issues that we had in the last tournament, because they were very bad. I mean, I saw that BVT was very upset. And some other people about the experience. So, I mean, if we could talk a little bit about this.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Good to be here.
Yep. All right. We're going to jump straight into the tournament stuff. And then, as Blake said, we'll go through the patch notes, which will be the biggest one. Okay. Disclaimer. I'm attached to my phone. So if it cuts off randomly, which always happens, we'll be back. So just a note.
Yeah.
But let's start with the tournament stuff.
So Titan Tournament 2.0, the first official one is finally under our belt. And albeit we did have a slightly rocky start. So on that note, actually, before we dive in, we just want to apologize again to everyone and for all, especially all the delays that happened throughout this tournament itself. As we've been talking about, and as many of you know, we have been working on this issue for actually quite some time. We really want to say that it has been fixed, but we really just right now don't feel quite comfortable saying that just yet. So we've said that before, and then the tournament happens, and we come back here and discuss these issues again. But what we can say is that, especially after this recent tournament experience, we really went back to basics. And even with the build release that happened, yesterday, we actually spent the beginning of this week really focused on the tournament problem itself. We had multiple war rooms with our development team and multiple fixes, which we are actively testing prior to the next Titan tournament. So this includes everything from some code fixes as well as some infrastructure fixes. So we're trying to really find the root of the problem and neutralize it as much as possible. But as always, we know everybody was super frustrated. We as a team are incredibly, incredibly frustrated with this. So we just want to, again, emphasize that this is something on the top of our priority list and something we're actively working through as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, as Blake said. I think the key thing here for us in terms of making sure that we have the right fix is in the testing, right? And I think that's where we've fallen short, to be honest with all of you, in terms of our responsibility here. So we're trying to do the testing, really trying to simulate the same environment that we do have for the tournament, because that's where we have the issues, right? We get over a certain number, and then everything breaks. So we've got to make sure that we can do it for over 200 people, right? Yeah. So again, went back to basics. We've got quite a few fixes in there. I'll talk about that a little bit more just when I talk about the patch notes and the build updates in general. We found quite a few issues actually. So some of them may not even be related to this problem, but we have quite a few things. And as Blake said, from code fixes all the way through to infrastructure. And then we will keep focusing on the testing, trying to simulate this environment over the next couple of weeks before the next Titan tournament.
Yeah.
And banning BBT.
That's top of the priority list.
Let's stop.
So within this vein and kind of the delays that were experienced at the beginning of this tournament, we sadly were actually unable to stream the actual championship, in final rounds of this tournament. So we had some schedule issues with our commentators, but then nonetheless, the battles were still extremely exciting. So let's actually just dive into the results. Sorry, guys, let me share this photo in chat so you can follow along with me. But for our champion of the first ever Titan Tournament 2.0, we had Blazwich J, Molino Ford for Team Stomp on Ya 2. So they played with 3 Titans. They played with Alkiza, a Dusk Titan, Paraquito V, a Lava Titan, and Shakhtar 230, a Dawn Titan. Coming up in our runner-up position as well for Team Stomp on Ya, not Team Stomp on Ya 2 though, this was for Team Stomp on Ya 1. We had the Great Cat, who played with 111, a familiar Sky Titan that we've seen a few times, Mokutan, a Force Titan, and Pugio, a Dawn Titan. And then this was a 3-player gauntlet playoff. So we did have a third place player. We had a familiar face, Shaz X, who was actually playing for Team House Red Wine Valhalla. And they were playing with their Titans, Shaz Forest, who's obviously a Forest Titan, Shaz C, which is a Sea Titan, and Damon V2, who was a Lava Titan. Don't know why they didn't name that Shaz Lava, but nonetheless, a really great play by all of our players, and congratulations, to these finalists. Sadly, we weren't able to actually see the matchups, but rest assured that all these players brought really unique lineups with these 3 different Titans and a lot of strategic variety. And it's showcased especially in these last rounds of the 3-player playoff. This was a Titan tournament, which means we also had our teams participating and competing for a bonus prize. But keep in mind, just like the prize pool, the overall prize pool for this Titan Tournament 2.0, this team-based prize pool was also cut in half. So on that team side, here's how the actual 7 top teams stacked up. So coming in first place, we had a team FarmView 1, which had an average of 85 and 83 cents per player. We had Team Stomp on Ya 1 coming in second place with $73.50 per player. House Stark Valhalla with $70.83. Stomp on Ya 3 coming in with $67.78 for the fourth place. Fury A with $66.67, and then Fury B following closely in sixth place with $64.17 average per player. And then lastly, we had OMFG 1 with $61.67 per player. So massive props to FarmView Team 1. We haven't seen actually FarmView's team at the top of the leaderboard in quite some time. But again, thank you to everybody who showed up, competed, and we can't wait for another edition of our Titan Tournament 2.0 in the coming months as well. But the tournament action does not stop here at TitanArmy. We have our Holders Frenzy Volume 5, which is actually taking place this weekend. So as we like to say, one tournament is done, and we're on to the next. And Holders Frenzy Volume 5 is coming in hot this weekend. We have a $3,000 prize pool, and as always, a fast-paced tournament designed for our most loyal players, our holders themselves. Now, before we actually dive into the schedule and logistics, let me just get this ready to share with you all. And just like in past Holders Frenzies, everything will be best of 3, and we'll be moving quickly through the brackets to crown a new champion, hopefully before noon EST times. That means if you're playing, we need you ready, we need you locked in, and we need you ready to go. So first, diving into the schedule, this will be happening on Saturday, May 24th. We have round 1 taking place from 8 to 8:45, round 2 from 9 to 9:30, round 3 from 9:45 to 10:15. Our quarterfinals taking place at 10:25 to 10:55. Our block semifinals happening 11 to 11:30. Block finals from 11:35 to 11:55. And then we are off to our overall final, which will take place around 11:55 a.m. As always, these matches from the block finals will be live streamed. We'll be joined with Nugget and Ross. And we can't wait to see you guys on the stream again. You know, we really missed seeing the action live last week, so we're excited to dive into that again this week. Hopefully with no delays and no complications. But what's a tournament without prizes? So for this tournament, we have a $3,000 prize pool. And let's dive into what that's going to look like. So if you get into the top 32 of Titans, you will win 25 USD. Top 16, 40 USD, top 8, 60 USD, top 4, 80, top 2, 100. And if you become our block champion, you will get 120 USD. But the rewards don't stop there with our block champions. These 2 block champions will then move on to the overall playoff, where we will crown the official winner of this Holders Frenzy Volume 5. We have our runner-up who will be gaining an additional 140 USD, and our champion will be gaining an additional 180 USD. So no matter if you make it, you know, into the early rounds or the later rounds, there's some prizes and value in every match for your Titans. So, you know, hopefully your Titans will carry you to a big payday as usual. So as always, please show up on time. Be familiar with the block schedules. Make sure that you're checking in. We will disqualify if anybody is late. Again, late check-ins or even if you miss matches, you're obviously going to be disqualified. This is the 5th edition of this. We love to see it continuously get stronger and stronger. So really excited for this weekend. And again, thank you to all of our holders, our moderators, and just everyone in the community for helping us make these tournaments, you know, continued success and helping us improve week upon week. So we'll see you in the arena tomorrow, TitanArmy. And with that, I'll hand it over to Ads to dive into our patch notes. She was busy.
I'm distracted. Yeah, I'm distracted in the chat. You know, these days I like to just be with all of you, answering your questions. But okay, let's talk about the new build and some of the updates when it comes to the patch notes. So we got some surprises for all of you as well. So let me get through it. And then hopefully by the end of it, you're going to be very pleased. So let's talk about this latest build. As of yesterday, patch 1.5.322, as it's known, has officially dropped, and it is our biggest update that we have had. The animation is really nice. The quality of the build is great. And we are very pleased with it. And I've had a few comments from people saying it's like a whole new game. For us, this was a little bit emotional for this one because it was really such a major evolution. In terms of Reign of Titans, like thinking about the gameplay. I mean, we've talked about these new features for quite a while, so to actually see them come into fruition in the game has been amazing. We've got the gameplay improvements, as I've just said. We had the introduction of the new elemental effects. I mean, we were waiting for that for ages, and we teased you guys months ago about those new elemental effects. We've got the new scrolls that we have in there, weapons and quality of life upgrades that we do have. I'm sure that you have probably all been scraping through the patch notes in detail, but to go through some of these changes with all of you as well here now, let me talk about some of the high-level ones. So firstly, you're going to see in this new build that we have removed the need for energy. Yes, so there's going to be no more energy drinks that you're going to need as you battle. It was pretty annoying. I found it very annoying to keep going back to the Citadel when I'm like deep in battle with all of you in PvP. So gone for that. We have changed now our welcome loot box. So instead of having the old titanium, we're going to be having now the welcome loot box, which will have all the regular goodies that you'll see inside there. So like scrolls, consumables, titanium, etc. We changed the daily rewards. So that whole 30-day, 31-day situation that everybody was complaining about for a long time should no longer be an issue. We changed the interface for ranked. So now you can see who is online and who's queuing in the arena. So can't wait to keep seeing that number going up and up. We also changed a big one. We have changed the deck UI as well. So this is actually possibly one of my favorite things that we've seen with this update. I know it's a little bit complicated, but we've completely changed the UI and then the features of it as well. So you're now able to view some of your scroll stats. So you're able to see at a glance like mana, damage, the amount of scrolls that you have. You're able to do deck swaps as well. So you can now have 2 decks. You can change different views and more. But the big thing with this one, the deck UI, is the fact that you can now have 2 decks. So you can switch things up. You can try different things. You're going to be able to copy and paste. Hey, I'm going to talk about this in a minute. And then we try to make things a little bit more intuitive and nicer when it came to the actual UI of the actual deck functionality. So as I said, I know it's a little bit confusing as to how it works. So we're actually going to post a video for you now, just talking a little bit about this deck UI. But in general, the main things to note when it comes to building your decks. So some extra features. If you go into the corner of the screen, you now see a question mark, which opens up keywords. So from that question mark, you'll be able to see, understand more the keywords that you need within your deck as you go through. You'll see that in the new deck UI, everything kind of starts from the Titan that you have on the bottom as well. So think of that as your North Star, this Titan here that you see on the bottom. You are able to navigate and see your stats in the top. You're able to see your cost, damage, and the amount of slots that you have as well when you go through. And you'll see in the bottom right corner, you'll be able to create a second deck. So this is the big feature that we now have within the deck UI. Being able to create a new deck, you can either copy an existing one that you do have, or you're going to be able to create a brand new deck as well. Clicking on where it says deck allows you to change the name and to populate things into your deck. Like I said, think of your Titan as really your North Star. It's a drag and drop functionality. So you're going to be dragging the scrolls into towards your Titan picture at the bottom to populate those scrolls into your deck. And then when you want to use it, you're going to click on the use that you have at the bottom to be able to use it in battle. With the drag and drop functionality that you do have, you drag scrolls out of your deck to take them out. And again, you just drag scrolls into your deck to put them in. We do understand that for us, we thought it was quite intuitive and we tried to make it so, but we've had quite a lot of feedback that it's actually not, doesn't feel that intuitive. So we'll post a full video for all of you as well, which will have a voiceover so that you can really go through and understand how to create your decks, have that double, and hopefully you'll start to get used to it. On the subject of decks, this has quite some implications for us going forward. And Haya, you just mentioned it in terms of the tournament. So are we able to use 2 decks for the tournament? So yes, you're going to be able to go through and switch between your decks going through the tournament. So this is actually going to be really fun because you're going to be able to kind of base your strategy on the decks. I'm really hoping that we see some anti-stall decks, right? So that's going to be really fun if we go through the tournament and then you switch it up, kind of bait someone and then suddenly switch them with an anti-stall deck. But some other changes that you need to be aware of when it comes to decks. So when you copy your main deck, it is going to be free, but any updates that you make to deck 1 and deck 2, they don't update simultaneously, right? So you have to consume scrolls 1 deck at a time. So think of them as individual pieces. The blackout is only going to affect 1 deck at a time. So again, think of them as independent. Deck 2, at the moment, you cannot currently populate it for free. This is something that is going to be coming in the next update. So right now you're going to need to consume scrolls from your inventory. But again, that will change when we have a new update. And lastly, the scrolls, they are only consumed when the deck is applied. So you'll see that you have the option to save and then you have the option to apply. And that it's only consumed when it's actually applied. But play with it. Please give us feedback on the new scroll mechanics, because again, that's been quite a big part of our update, and we want to make sure that is really intuitive for people. Other big updates on this build. Okay, we have the new surge mechanic. Again, you can have 2 decks per Titan, Elsie. New surge mechanic. So this has also led to quite a bit of feedback, and maybe not as intuitive as we thought when it comes to surge. But as a reminder, you're able to accumulate surge points based on attack to trigger some bonus true damage. Once you reach 10, your surge points are going to trigger. This happens automatically, and then it causes the bonus true damage amount on your red attack scrolls. Just a reminder for all of you, it might feel that it's strange because it happens on the next turn, right? So it's not instant as well. Again, it happens on the next turn. And then also just keep in mind, we had some comments that it doesn't feel impactful enough, the surge. Don't forget that this is something that we want to have that's relative to our other stats as well, right? It's based on attack. So we don't want to have something that's too OP. Again, it's supposed to be relative to defense, mag, and agility as well. But again, let us know what you think about Surge. We are going to make a video for Surge as well, RG Biro, because people found it quite confusing for Surge. But when you get to 10 surge points, again, the basic premise is that it releases an automatic bonus true damage on your red attack scrolls on the next turn. But we'll make a video on that one. Other big updates on this build, we have the hand size manipulation. So now you're able to go up and down with your hand size, also doing that to your opponent as well. So more room for more combinations and being able to trick your opponent as well. We have the new scrolls and the animations. So we have bind and we have open palms. Bind is -1, and then you have open palms, which is plus. And then we have the new scrolls and animations. So we've introduced a bunch of them for this build.
How many new scrolls?
So we have 68.
68 new scrolls?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Farmville, right. Need more scrolls.
So with the animations on this one, we actually haven't put in all the animations that we want to. We have put in quite a few. And as we kind of said at the beginning, the quality of the animations is amazing on this build. But we will be having an update soon, which is going to incorporate more of the animations that we want to have. We just want to tweak some more of them. Hey, you should see some of the other ones that we're going to have. Just unbelievable. So we'll have those coming soon. We have some other infrastructure changes, making it really efficient, this build. It's really, really fast. I'm sure all of you have noticed as you've played. That's not a great representation of what I'm saying right now.
I feel I'm in the wrong TitanTalk because people are actually saying...
I know. Like, yeah. They're just excited about how many changes that we brought. So yeah, the build is really, really fast. We've done some testing on it as well, and we're really pleased with the speed. And then we've also made some bug fixes as well that you'll see, some minor ones as you go through. And then last big change that I want to talk about is the changes that we've made to the challenge. So this is affecting the problems that we have with the tournaments and then just the challenges in general. So we've made some changes on the code level, trying to make it more smooth. And then we've also changed the challenge button to be 60 seconds. So it was 60 seconds initially, we then made it 30 seconds, and we've now gone back to 60. This is to account for kind of an edge case that we have, where sometimes your opponent leaves and then you're still there and you don't realize your opponent's left. So it's to account for that edge case, but it is now going to be 60 seconds again. So these are some of the high level changes that we have. In addition, we also have some pretty serious updates when it comes to the elemental effects. So we wanted to bring the elements to life a little bit more and start thinking about the abilities, bringing them more to the forefront. So we released these new elemental effects as well as some neutral effects to make the game a little bit more spicy for all of you. So let me go through some of these elemental effects again. So for C, we have sync. So Sync, it converts your opponent's negative mana into damage at the end of the turn. Had some interesting feedback about this one. I'm not sure how much you like this, but I'm excited to see how you play it. I think it's not that intuitive as to how this one is played well, but yeah, it feels weak, not gonna lie. Let's see. I think this is gonna be a little bit like the poison, like RCS with poison, where people are like, oh, I don't know about this, don't know how to play it, and then someone plays it really well. We got Shadow Veil that is used for Dusk. So if your Titan's HP is under 50%, it reduces the scroll health costs by 50%. For Berserker, we have this attached to Dawn. Gain double surge points for that turn. Rooted Resilience for Forest. Become immune to the damage for the rest of the turn, but you cannot deal damage this turn or the next. We have Molten Fury, which is for lava. Heard that this is a little bit OP, but let's see. Deals damage at the end of the turn equal to your Titan's mag stat as true damage. We have Hive for poison. I love this one because this one really came from the community. So convert all your poison damage over time effects into immediate true damage. Aerial Assault, which is for Sky. Discard any scrolls left in your opponent's hand at... Oh, no, your scrolls will play first, this, and next turn. Just kidding, that was Jokes on You. So for Jokes on You, that is for Spike. You discard any scrolls left in your opponent's hand at the end of the turn. So these are the ones that are connected to the elements. And then we have the neutral ones as well. So we just talked about them a little bit. RG Bio brought them up here. So we have Open Palms. So this increases your hand size by 1 to a maximum of 6. You have Bind, which decreases your opponent's hand size. You have Temporal Shift, which delays your opponent's immediate damage scrolls by 1 turn. And you have Mana Echo. So when this effect is played, all scrolls on this turn have their mana cost reduced by 50%. But any scroll that deals damage has their damage reduced by 50% as a trade-off. Oof, I feel like I need some water after going through all of that. So massive changes that we have there on the elements. What's this about Forest that I'm seeing Shenlong saying? What's he saying there? Yeah, good about Forest. I'm a Forest hater 100%. 100%. You know how I feel about it, how I felt about it. So let's see.
It seems like there's some hidden combos that people can find in Forest. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, there's always always hidden combos. We just had to make sure that Forest wasn't stealing the show. Yeah. So we got these changes, and then we also introduced two new weapons that came with some new scrolls as well. So we have Phantom Stiletto, which always makes me laugh, that name. So Phantom Stiletto, a quick piercing blade that synergizes well with Surge and can also trigger Mana Echo. And then we have Nightshade Bow, which is a weapon that is focused on agi precision with baked-in hand manipulation technique. Blackfire kind of gave it away, but I hear that Azuri has been particularly kind with these new weapons if you go to the marketplace. So I was going to say you heard it here first, but you didn't because Blackfire already posted it. So you kind of heard it from Black earlier. But definitely go get those weapons. They're now in the marketplace. So huge. Feels like a whole new game. Cannot wait to see how you all play these in the tournament. And then we have all of the new scrolls as well. I am not going to go through all of the scrolls that we do have, but I do want to just mention. I'll just mention one per element that we have. So C, one of the new scrolls that we have, Under Pressure. Effect is damage and sync, 20 damage and cost 60 MP. Dusk, we have Shared Misery, damage, Shadow Veil, cost health, 65 damage, 50 MP. For Dawn, we have Calculated Risk, attack plus 50, death minus 50, Berserker, does 0 damage and costs 50. Forest, previous bane of my existence. We have Forest Revenge, which is Rooted Resilience, 0 damage, 0 MP.
Yeah, in the Dusk Scrolls, we went full Adam's Family, and right, it's just like the names are like
Emotional.
yeah.
We've got for lava, we've got Singed, so damage, Molten Fury, MP minus 20 for 2 turns, 20 damage, 60 MP. Poison, we have Honeypot. I love Honeypot. I love the artwork for this one. I love the animation for this one. HP plus 40. No, yep, HP plus 40. Poison, opponent, MP plus 100. Does 0 damage, 30 MP. For Sky, we have Winged Boots, Cleanse, Aerial Assault, 0 damage, 0 MP. No one's listening to me because everyone's trying to grab. And then we have Spike as the last one, Hiding Place, which is Death plus 10, MP minus 20 for 3 turns, with Jokes on You, does 0 damage, 20 MP. So I hope you can all see and understand that this was a really, really big update for us. It took some time to come out, so just thank you all for your patience for this one. We delayed it, a couple of times, and we still don't actually have everything in there that we wanted to have, but we will have some updates coming. So let me tell you things that we've changed as of today, and then what we do have coming over the next couple of weeks, just to account for some of the fixes that we want to make, and again the additions that we do want to have in this particular build. So we saw some of the immediate problems that we had. So obviously, last night everybody was talking about it, the scrolls that disappeared from the inventory. So the problem stemmed from the fact that we had an incorrect database query that was involving our scrolls. So we were able to fix this API, as you are now seeing. You have your scrolls back, but unfortunately, this involved us rolling it back to the state that it was prior to the update, which means late last night as of European time. So this means a couple of important things for all of you. It means that your status is going to revert to where it was last night in terms of your inventory. So anything that you did today in terms of grimoires, for example, sales that you had, scrolls won in battle, for example, those things won't be reflected in your inventory. Going back to the status, we are sorry about this to all of you, but as compensation for all of you, and this is where I hope we're going to get some cheers. As compensation for everyone, just for the inconvenience of all of this going into a tournament weekend, we understand we are going to be giving everybody 10 blackout potion consumables to help you to all reset. So again, sincere apologies. That's it, broken. We try. So sincere apologies again for all of that. We're going to be doing 10 blackout potions for all of you. Let's get ourselves ready for this tournament. Let's get reset and let's make some really cool decks. Another quick fix that we do want to do is around the blackout consumption issue in your inventory. This will be something that will be updated in a new build overnight tonight. So those are the quick fixes that we are doing today. But some other things that we do want to do are going to take a little bit more time. So 2 to 3 weeks when we're going to have our next actual build coming out. So firstly, animations. Talked about this before a little bit already. We'll be adding more animations into the game. Cannot wait for you to all see them. Common versions of rare and epic weapons that we do have in game are going to be released in this new build in the upcoming couple of weeks. We're going to have more consumables as well in the upcoming weeks. So we've got more consumables like ice cubes. We've got more ice cubes than we have today that are coming. And we have some extra surprises for all of you that are going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. I'll drop a little hint. Let's see if anybody's going to get it. Actually, I don't know how to drop a hint without just saying what it is. I'm not going to drop a hint.
No, drop a hint now.
Free to play.
I want the hint.
Free to play. Maybe you'll just be able to get more.
Yeah,
we got some consumables on that. Another update that we do want to make that you have talked about as well is around the damage calculation. So actually, I know that this one is really annoying for all of you. And Blackfire, you were talking about it this morning too. Right now, you're not seeing the damage calculations that we do have with buffs. They're only showing up right now as they're realized. So we are updating that, but it's going to take a little bit of development. So again, we'll be releasing that with a new build in a couple of weeks. So again, huge changes. Please keep giving us your feedback, especially across this weekend, especially into next week, so that we can make sure that we incorporate as many things as we can in this new build coming in the next couple of weeks. But we hope for all of you that it's a really clear sign of our trajectory in terms of gameplay, in terms of quality, in terms of features. I have to give a massive, massive shout out to the whole team, the whole Reign of Titans team. And in particular, I have to give a massive shout out to the development team. It was a lot of late nights that was had to get this new build out. And we're really proud of ourselves, and we're really proud that you like it as a community. But please keep giving us your feedback. But just massive, massive shout out to all of you. All right, we will continue giving you all the updates on our Titan Talks. We're going to keep posting more tutorials as you kind of uncover things that might be a little bit more complex for all of you. We'll post the deck one today, and then we'll be working on a surge one for all of you as well. And then just please keep asking questions. If anything doesn't make sense, just ask away in Titan chat, and we'll be there to answer. But until then, dive into the patch notes. Play with those 10 blackout potions that we've given all of you. Play with your 2 decks. And then we will see you in the arena tomorrow. And I'll see you in PvP. Just not Forest. I don't want to play against Forest. I still have something against it. Hopefully I'll get over it. All right. RDNA Gaming. Every week, I'm going to check my DMs. Just so everybody knows, this has got nothing to do with the Titan Talk. When he says check your DMs, it's not about anything to do with anything I'm saying. It's just the perfect time for him to say check your DMs. And he gets me every week because I end up checking my DMs. But I will check my DMs. Thank you, RDNA Gaming. All right, on to the next topic. Let's talk about our motion comic. So the motion comic has been doing really well. And for all of you that have been watching, thank you. And for those of you who haven't been watching, you should be watching. We've had episode 7 is officially coming out today. Has it come out? It came out. And then we have the series finale that is going to be coming out tomorrow at 12 p.m. EST. So perfect time to dive in if you haven't. So the YouTube channel that we have now about those plushies. Do I have anything to say about that, Ross? We should Oh, maybe we're going to do a little surprise for you at the end. At the end, I already said that. So our YouTube channel that we do have at the moment is just shy of 13,000 subscribers.
We actually just passed 13.
Oh, we just passed 13. Amazing. So this is what, in two weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks. And your support is what is really driving this series forward. So again, if you haven't already, please watch, share, join the conversation before it's too late. We are rewarding all of those that are paying close attention, and we've launched 2 brand new challenges that are based on episode 5 and 6, which came out last week. So starting with episode 5, the Wall Markings Challenge. So for this episode, in Totem's Awakening, Primordials uncover mysterious markings deep within a cavern. So your mission was to identify the specific type of markings that they find. So to be able to participate in this one, you just need to watch episode 5, Totem's Awakening, identify the specific types of markings that are described, submit your answers using the form, and then you'll get instant results. The bot is going to tell you if you are right or not. And then we have the same for episode 6. The challenge for this one, the Trapped Primordial Challenge. So in the episode When Darkness Falls, one primordial becomes trapped by the power of the totem, but which one is the question? So watch the episode, identify the primordial that is trapped, submit the answer in the form, and then again, you will get the instant results. So for each of the challenges, for all correct submissions, you will get 100,000 titanium. And for the first 10 correct answers, 25,000 bonus titanium. That's just free titanium at this point. Episodes 5 minutes, 100,000 titanium. That's not bad. So good luck, keep watching, and we hope that you do enjoy the finale for that one. Okay, let's see. Okay, all in favor, please allow 8 spots in free-to-play Titans capacity. All I'm saying, Shenlong, is that there is a consumable that is about to be coming out in the next couple of weeks that is going to answer your question.
The consumable that creates more Titan spots.
Yeah, RP just gave it away. She just said exactly what it is. All right. Okay. Last topic of the day. I feel like we have said so. Well, we're going to have two topics because we're going to do a little bit of alpha at the end. Yeah, we're going to do a little sneak peek at the end. But before that sneak peek, let's talk about the India influencer showdown that we have going on. So Blake said at the beginning that we changed the date. So we're locked in now to have this on June the 7th. We changed it from the 24th, which would have been tomorrow, because of everything that's happening in India. So we feel good about postponing, and we're excited to kick off this event. So it is one of our most important milestones when it comes to our 2025 roadmap, particularly for esports and when it comes to India. So it's going to be bringing together some of the biggest creators that we do have, and it is going to be held at the new arena that we do have built now in Navi Mumbai, inside the Revenant Esports boot camp. So it'll be on the top floor. So we're going to have the competition, which is going to be live. We're going to have the creators that are going to be showcasing their Titans, driving a new wave of visibility and excitement around the game. This is going to be funny to watch them actually play with the new build as well, because they've already all been playing with the old build. So we're going to have to see them switch up the strategies. So to help us get ready for this one, next week, Rohit is actually going to be in New York. So he's going to be joining us at the office. We're going to be finalizing all of the key logistics, ranging with the production setup, going through to the schedules, and our marketing plan for this one as well. And then on top of that, as we do very well, we're going to be... I like it. Quack, quack. That's nice.
See the logo. Right?
Yeah. We're going to be heading, obviously, to India for this one as well. For everybody that wants to come and join us for this event, please do come. I have collected, everybody so far that has said that they wanted to come. Please keep DMing me if you haven't already. I'm going to be creating a group chat next week so that we can figure out all of the logistics to make sure that we get you there. Because of course we cannot wait to see our community. I think I'm going to pack out the place with our community even, because everybody wants to come. So again, if you're in India, please message me. Please message Reign of Titans official, and let's get you over to this event happening on the 7th of June. What time is it? Do you have a time?
Noon.
About noon.
India time.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
Kickoff.
Yeah. So the event itself is going to be packed with creator content. We're going to have live challenges as well that are going to be happening, and we're going to have tournaments. Right. So it's a clash. It's a competition. So a lot of the footage that we're going to be creating is going to be used over the next couple of months as we really do market everything in India. Did I say the 9th? But it's on the 7th. I might have said the 9th though, but if I did, it's not. It's on the 7th. And yes, we are going to be giving you some sneak peeks as well for this event. So next TitanTalk, what we'll do is we'll actually showcase a video preview of the actual event, the event logistics. So you're going to be seeing the arena. We'll do it as a walkthrough. Right now, you've mostly just seen kind of renders, but we'll do kind of a live actual walkthrough of the space, especially because we'll be there and we'll have the setup in person. So you'll see how everything's coming together. So yeah, I hope you're all excited. Can't wait for this one as well.
Ads, I'll have to leave soon.
Mhm.
If people have a Q&A, want to make questions or
Yeah.
stuff, if you want to open.
Yeah, let's do some Q&A. Whilst we do some questions, I'm going to ask Blake to load up the sneak peek for all of you, and we'll do some questions.
I'm doing great. That was an easy one. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, I'm always reading the chat, but it's been tough because I'm traveling so much. That's tough to participate in the Titan Talk. So after blackout, how do I select scrolls from all scrolls?
How do you select scrolls from all scrolls? So it's using the drag and drop functionality. So if you click on your Titan, the scroll, your deck should come up to the top, and then you drag scrolls into it. We'll do. We have a video, but we'll post it. We'll post it after this as well.
I'm not sure if it's saying a video like or a tutorial or like a Titan Talk video. We could do one day.
Oh! This is a video session. Oh yeah, we could do that. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, we'll even have Jackson in there as well.
Mascot.
I still hate the revive cat of because I can't read the stuff because all these cats that
All right, while you're typing your questions, we're gonna hit you with a sneak peek. All right, so Ross, you just asked about the plushies, and here is a little sneak peek for all of you. We've got some new plushies that we just designed. So they're actually smaller than the ones that you've seen before. We have Torque and we have Bluebow. So we have an order that is being produced right now for these plushies. These ones we're going to be using in the Netherlands. These are the ones that are going to be sold at the store in the Netherlands with BVT and with SCOG for that activation. But we might just have a few left over for all of you as well. Let's see. So yeah, we got some plushies going on.
So we have to talk about that Guaraná Antarctica event in October. This is like a very important thing. I hope all the community helps, in October in São Paulo Game Show. So Argibaro, I mean, I count on you and everybody, that from Brazil to go and make noise in the Reign of Titans space at the Guaraná Antarctica. This is very big for us. Yeah, Blackfire,
Okay.
maybe we won't do Buenos Aires this year, right? So we can focus in São Paulo. What's the because they're at the same time,
they're at the
right?
same
Yeah,
time again.
unfortunately.
And Guanana for us is going to be huge. So RG Biro, yeah, I can tell you that it's confirmed. So Brazil Game Show, 9th till the 11th, 12th, 9th till the 12th of October. It's confirmed. We're going to be there with Guanana. And then we have the in-game development that we're going to be doing, and then hopefully we're going to be doing the actual product as well. But Brazil Game Show is 100% confirmed, and all the in-game stuff, and then the campaigns that we're going to be doing with them as well. It's going to take a lot of our focus. We want it to take our focus. So yes, the other brands for us this year are definitely going to take a back seat, so we can focus pretty heavily on Brazil. To also align with that, one thing that we have already started as well, RG Bio, just a little bit of some context for you, is we've actually started to market a little bit in Brazil, so kind of tease ourselves in the market so we can launch a little bit harder than we would.
Yeah,
with Brazil.
Argibiro, I mean, the conversations are, for example, we are thinking of doing like a specific Guaraná Antarctica flavored, for Reign of Titan. So
Should we tell them the flavor?
yeah, you can tell the flavor, of course.
Give a hint.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. Orange.
It's a color that's like
Yeah, it's
a mix of red and yellow. Okay, so about the trips, I may go to India at some point. It's not in this trip, but I think maybe this year. I'll let you guys know when. right? I'm going to visit the operations there probably before the end of the year. And well, I'm going to the UK actually in early July. So if someone asks,
I'm in the UK all the time because that's where I'm from. Just FYI.
yeah, Guaraná World Cup inauguration done by yeah, I wish. I'm going to London. Sorry, that's where I'm going. It still counts as UK, right? So that's we plan to do lots of activations at the Brazilian Game Show, right? So this is still under works, but this will be like a very important thing for us because we want that to be big for Guarana Antarctica too. I mean, that's the main focus we have. So someone is
Can we expect
asking
the feature in
if we
which
can change the position of already present.
I see. Without wasting. You mean where it
Just
says?
changing the
Yeah,
position.
yeah. We could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody that lives, close to São Paulo should really plan to go to that Brazilian game show, because we want to do something very nice there. And you'll be helping a lot, the success of, the game. So
Yeah. When will Rarity be part of an esports World Cup? So we don't have there's no World Cup per se, but you know that we're talking about Worlds. We're going to be releasing our esports roadmap whilst we're in India for the end of the year.
Do you have time for a rumble?
but do you have to conclude? Because I have to go. Do you have more
No,
topics?
that was actually it. No, we're actually done.
Okay, so do you want a game?
9 to 12. We'll be there all days, RG Barrow.
All day.
Well, everyone, head on over to the
Guys, we have
Titan
almost
Games channel.
50 people. So, I mean, it's impossible with the cats, okay? So let's make it very clear. I'm out of practice. I'll barely read one phrase per round. So
Says out of practice, but then immediately he's gonna be like
Jump
straight into it. Yeah.
He's already doing the vocal warm-ups.
okay, let's see if I can find the Reign of Titans.
All right, everyone. While RT joins us here, I'll go over the rewards. So we don't need a bounty today. So sorry, Shenlong, no bounty on you. We have ads, RT, and myself. So one medium loot box if you kill any of us, a normal loot box for everyone if any of us commit suicide. And if you win the Super Rumble, you'll get a Now we got a YouTube video playing as well. Who's my nemesis again?
Who's it, Chiku?
Did you guys hear it?
Every week I do this. Yeah.
We have Titans preparing. The arena is getting ready. We feel the tension in the air. The Titans who are defeated will have their scrolls disappear from their inventories. And we are at round one, and things are happening. Things are happening very fast. The cats are already there. I didn't even read anything from round one. Now, round two, we have 33 Titans, and we have our Stubar. I have Ink, Nitro, Nero, and Killer Besto. All those are alive. Round three. And guys, I'm getting my eyesight is getting worse every week. We have Saint 2004. Hey, is that? Nitro killed Ads is round four, and we have 23 Titans left. Ads killed Blackfire. She told me that was the plan from the beginning, and we have now some people returning. And they're Chisenix, Julian, Nero, and Edith. We are back to 27 Titans, and now we are at 23. Archibaro killed Julian. Solstice is alive. And Joe Franklin killed Kiramax, and we're now down to 19. And Ads killed Sant. And we have Red's dead. Ink is dead. And Chico. And now they changed the order of the kills, so makes even worse to read that stuff. Now we have at 15 Titans. Ads is still alive, killing everybody. Now it was Solstice. RCS alive. Edith killed Senki. Nero is back, but is now it's dead again. Skoga killed Nero. Now let's see what's going to happen in the next round. And we have round 10, 6 Titans, only 6 Titans left. And lots of people died this time. We're coming at round 11. The cats are proliferating in round 11. We have only 5 Titans, and we have Phoenix. Phoenix Wolf. Argypyro is alive. Argypyro, Phoenix Wolf, and we have 4 Titans. Phoenix Wolf still there. MBR still there. And we have the hero. So we have 4 Titans. These 3 plus Argypyro. One of those can be the Titan winner. And the winner is Argypyro.
GG's.
Congratulations! And you just earned a handshake during the São Paulo game show. Congratulations, Argypyro!
Amazing. All right, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We had a nice audience today. Keep coming with the feedback, everyone, for the new
Guys, my eyesight's getting horrible. I couldn't read anything. It was really like, sorry. I mean, just like being like a game described by a blind person. I mean, it's just like,
I'm gonna have.
I
to
can't
zoom in.
even blame the cats this time. I mean, it was really tough to read that thing. But anyway, Argypyro, congratulations. It took me like 5 seconds to identify the name. But I saw you celebrating. I guess it was Argypyro, and you did win. So congratulations. Okay, my friends, thanks so much. Hope you have luck this weekend. That the game works well, right? And that, the best Titan and the one who understands everything that's happening right now if the game wins. So have luck, good luck, and enjoy Holder's Frenzy.
Thanks, everyone.
You.
See you next time.
Bye bye.